Tonight, Target 8 continues to dig deeper. We've confirmed the former Saranac teacher accused of having an affair with a student has been substitute teaching in a different West Michigan district within the past week.
Wyoming schools say that Craig Sanford was subbing in their district. And tonight, the superintendent says his district had no way of knowing the allegations.
24-hour News 8's Ryan Takeo first started looking into this story after a tip to report it. And Ryan talked to the superintendent and a parent who's upset and wants some answers. Ryan?
Sue and Brian, good evening. The mother has two daughters that go here at Jackson Park Middle School. After school, they told her the news. Their former sub was on the news.
When I came home today from work, my daughters met me at the door with the laptop saying, "Mom, look, this guy was a substitute teacher at our school."
It's a face this concerned mother has seen before.
I'd heard the story on the news last week.
But never expected would hit this close to home.
Shock. Shock, disbelief.
Prosecutors charged 59-year-old Craig Sanford last week for allegations he had an affair with a 16-year-old student in 2010 while teaching at Saranac High School.
He happened to be teaching her reading group on that day.
The worried mom we talked to said Sanford subbed her daughter's classes at Jackson Park Middle, part of Wyoming schools.
We go through a private company.
Superintendent Tom Reeder said Wyoming gets subs from Professional Education Services Group.
Their background check didn't show anything happening.
Reeder said somewhere there was a lapse, that without charges filed, the company might not have known about the investigation into Sanford.
How much does this worry you, though? I mean, that there is that lapse.
Well, that can happen with anything, depending on what the thing is. If they come from another state, I mean, all you can do is do a background check, which is what we do on all of our employees. So if it doesn't come out at the right time or has a lapse in time, that could happen again.
Reeder said an employee told him about Sanford's charges when they came down last week.
As soon as it came over to me, then I said he is to be removed and be done, and he would not be back on the system.
The super said he started drafting a memo to send home to parents, but wanted to hear back from the subbing company first, so the letter has not gone home to parents yet. The concerned parent we talked to says that's not good enough.
They haven't even acknowledged or said anything about that to the parents.
And what we don't know right now is what was on Sanford's personnel file. We told you last night that Saranac Schools and the teacher met after his resignation to talk about what was going to be on that file, Brian.
Ryan, do we know if Sanford had any issues at Wyoming?
Well, the Wyoming school superintendent says as far as he knows, there were no issues. Now, we put a call in to that subbing company, and we called them after hours, but we wanted to know whether or not Sanford had worked at any other schools, and if there are any issues at any of those schools. We have not heard back from them, but again, we called them after hours, Brian.
Ryan Takeo, thank you for that report. Today, our Target 8 investigators found that the first police knew of the sex allegations in Saranac was when a family member of the teen contacted them. That happened 4 days after Sanford signed an agreement to leave Saranac, yet for some reason the school never brought police in on the investigation. Sanford is still with the now 17-year-old girl. The two even applied for a marriage license last month.